Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to use Amazon Relay's load board. Whether you're brand new to Amazon Relay or you've been doing it a while and you're wondering why you're not getting the best rates and everything, this video will explain how to get better ones or what you're doing wrong. Alright, so here we are on the load board, and this is what you generally will see when you see the load board. So a key thing to do the load board is that you need to know exactly what you're looking for. So me, this is exactly what I'm looking for most of the time, is Salt Lake City, 50 miles out, power only. That's what I'm looking at. And the other thing is that you want to have two tabs open when you're looking at this load board, because you want to have a tab for what you're looking at and what you've already booked. So I'll switch over to my other tab because I actually technically have booked something already for tonight. It starts at 22:45 and ends at 1:50 in the morning. So we either need a load before or after that, and that's what we're looking for. So there's a bunch of filters here on the left. I like to organize these a certain way. So generally I don't try to go for live, but it doesn't really matter. I usually put $2.50 for the minimum price because that's realistically what I need. And then trip distance, I do a max of 150 miles, right? And that's basically what I do. And you can do whatever you want right here. It's all completely up to you. But there is one more thing, and it is the relevance. So I do the start date to down. That way that this is starting right now, and then this is ending whenever this is ending. So this is for Tuesday, August 25th. So what we're looking for is we're looking for something that is something that's going to line up with our stuff. The other thing is about this load board is that it will refresh all the time. So like right down here at the bottom right, it will refresh. A couple other things to say about the load board is that when you do the load board, it's a constant thing. You have to be checking it fairly regularly. So that's why I already have a load booked already, is because as I got off this morning at like 8 something this morning, I was checking the load board because I don't have any more contracts for this week. So I was always checking the load board. So I will come back to you guys and when I get another load to go on this one, that's hopefully either before or after. But one thing to note is a goal every single night that I book loads for myself is to get $1,000. That's what my goal is. Your goal might be different, but that's mine. So, but yeah, I'll see you in however long it takes, and then we will, yeah. All right, guys. So it's, I got done, with the previous clip at right around like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. It's now almost 4, I believe. Yeah, it's about 4 o'clock. So you guys notice that now all these are green. So I left this tab open while I was sleeping. And so these are all the new loads that popped up while they're green. There is one that we are going to take, and it's going to be this one right here. This Salt Lake 1 to Salt Lake 1. Now, it says that this one has a flexible pickup window. I don't need that flexible pickup window, so I'm going to go ahead and book that right there. So, I'm kind of doing it in a weird way. So now, just to go through that process, we're going to what happens when I'm going to show you what happens when you actually book a load. That way that you know what you need to do while we're looking for other things, because I'm going to actually book a couple more loads, because I'm going to book this one right here as well. Right there, and then because we have to keep a running total in our head of how many, like what time it ends, right? So I know that our other load ends at 1:50, which this is not going to conflict because this will be at 2 a.m. and then this will end at 2:52, right? So we have to keep that 2:52 figure in our mind. So we're gonna go ahead and book that one, which we did it. And then I'm going to book this one. So again, ended at 2:52, right? So that means that it'll be starting at 3. which should be like, this hasn't updated yet, which it should. There we go. Now we got 2 upcoming, right? So 252, everything is lining up. So see how it says that we're at 4:30 on that one. So we'll go back and we'll start this at 3, and that should end us at 3:52, which is just perfect timing for us to get to the next one, which it will line up. So we're also gonna book that one. Now, if your booking doesn't work, it will tell you that the trip is no longer available or something along those lines. So now it says that we got 3 upcoming. So whenever you book something like this, right, you have to assign yourself, so me, and then you have to now assign the tractor that you're using, which this is my tractor, and that's the license plate. That's the other thing about Amazon, is you have to know your license plate number. If you remember from my if you remember from the video that I did, whether Amazon's worth it or not, you heard me talk about how annoying it is to have to repeat that all the time. So you got to know what your tractor license plate number is. So far, this is a pretty decent looking night. I'm gonna do some math here, and we will see how much we're at so far. So this is how much we are at for the night so far. We're about $729.43. Not bad. And one of the things that I was going to talk about is that sometimes, usually, because there was a gap, there was about a 3-hour gap from this load to this load, which happens a lot. You want to fill your stuff in with these small little things right here, because it brings up your total for the night. So right now we are sitting at a really decent spot for our night so far, but we do need more. So we're gonna go and look at the before, see if there's anything before. Sometimes they have stuff that pops up right before, sometimes they don't. Again, you're trying to make sure that everything doesn't conflict with one another, right? You don't want the conflicting things, because when you get conflicting loads, that's when you have problems. We're still going to keep looking for that one job that we need in the morning. Some are like here pretty soon. Sometimes it comes through and, you know, everything is fine and dandy, or sometimes it will come after this one, which this is a perfect time. I kind of want to end my night at that time, because that's realistically, that's going to put me done at like probably about 5 a.m. honestly, or 6 a.m., which I'm happy about. But if I have to, I can try to book something like this live drop, which is an American fork, no doubt. And then that will round out our night. We stay out a little bit longer, but it'll round out our night. So, but yeah, I will come back when I get the next one. Alrighty, guys. So I wanted to show you this. This does happen occasionally. But one of the trips that we booked, as you can see, just got canceled. Like I'm just like, you know, refreshing it all the time. And that's the thing about doing load board stuff, is that you got to keep refreshing it, making sure that your stuff is good, because they will literally cancel this stuff like at the drop of a hat. So you want to make sure that you're good, but I think we might be able to recover. I don't really like it too much, because I'm thinking about doing this one, which is actually more money. This one right here is what I'm talking about. It's actually more money, but it is ending in West Jordan, which I don't like. Again, like, I haven't found an ending one. This Salt Lake 3 to SLC 4 is pretty tempting, but I'm not 100% certain if I want to do that, because it's also a live drop. I don't want to do these bottom two, because this load for me pops up quite a bit. So it is what it is, you know. It happens, you know, like stuff. See, here's another thing that happens as well, and this is why you don't want to. I thought I would be fine, but I'm not, because of the ending or the departure time of this load. Or I thought it'd be fine, but apparently not. So this is one of the things that you gotta look for, unfortunately. So it won't let me assign a driver, simply because technically this departure time right here is 2:21, and this starts at 2. Even though my ending time is fine, they give me an hour or so to do depart. I'm gonna keep it on there because I should be fine, but it's one of those things that you have to balance. Because this ends at 150, I should be fine, but we will see on that one. So just stuff to look out for. It sucks, but loads get canceled all the time, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. I mean, this one, I was thinking about doing this one, but I can't adjust the time correctly. So, but yeah, it's a constant thing. Wasn't able to find another one, unfortunately, and I had to reject that other one because it wasn't because of the start time, it was because of the end time, and so that's why I couldn't assign myself to it. And I try not to do that, and that's what this video was kind of about, is that trying not to reject stuff, because you don't want to reject stuff because that's how your score goes down very quickly. But this is what we got so far, and the reason why I say so far is because after this first load, I am going to look for another one, because from 1:50 to 3 a.m. I have a gap. So I'm going to look for another one in that gap, and hopefully I can find one, and then I'll do that. But otherwise, I'm going to get ready for work, and so I'm gonna go do that. Alrighty, guys, I just got done with my night, just barely got home. Sorry I didn't record anything while I was on the road. I was thinking about it, but like just the persistence of the night and everything, how it worked, is like didn't really work all that well. But as you can see here, from literally 241.84 down is what we did in the one night, and that's what we did. So as you can see, I did that Salt Lake to Salt Lake, that 126 one, and then I got one load got rejected because I rejected it, and then the two North Salt Lake ones that I booked got canceled, and then, you know, everything else you can see. And those cancellation ones with the 115, I'm actually getting paid for because that's a truck not used. So in total, the night was $841.35, including those canceled ones. Here's the thing about booking loads that I need to mention. The reason the straight shot runs, even though I have a couple of them in here, when you're booking them in the future, they're not a reliable bet. I would not bet on them all the time. Don't expect them to cancel, but don't lean on that they're going to be there the entire night. That's just from my personal experience. When I'm booking loads, I do generally try to find at least 3 stops, like the Salt Lakes to Salt Lakes that you saw. I try to find at least 3, or round trips, or even multiple trips. That's what I try to do because it's a lot easier to plan the day out that way. Simply put, it's just better for you in general to plan on stuff like that. So we actually did a pretty good week, and we made about $4,533.94. And how I know this is because of this. And that's all you get to see of it for right now, because that video is coming next week. So make sure you guys tune in next week, because I'm going to be explaining what you just saw. Because if you watch my shorts or any sort of my content, you'll know that I've been developing a program, and that was it. So I'm going to have, it's going live next week, and I'm going to have a video explaining how to use it, how it works, and how it can benefit you. So be sure to subscribe. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. So thank you everyone to watching to the end. Like I said, subscribe. If you have any comments, put them down in the comments below, whether like what videos you want to see next, or, you know, if you just have a general suggestion or you saw something wrong kind of stuff. And then don't forget to like the video, and everyone stay safe out there. And I hope everyone's having a good day.